Alright guys, what's up, man? Coming back to y'all with another video. This is one of them videos that's been on my mind, man. I haven't been able to sleep. I haven't been able to like just really think straight without thinking about this video. And I feel like it's literally my duty to freaking put this video out here, man. And I know what it comes with. I already know how it is. I know how people are. I just know how society is, man. And I'm just go ahead and come out and say it. And I'm just doing this to help people and to really get a different mindset so people won't keep going in the same loop, and just get their mindset out of that loop. And to my fellow black people, man, our main problem is we have to stop feeling like the victim in every situation. I understand there's racism out there. I understand there's systemic racism. I understand a lot of stuff. I understand the injustice. I get it. But in life, you have to realize that you are your own person. And you just can't go through the trend. You can't go this way. You can't go that way. You have to think for yourself. And I'm saying this by coming out and be like, guys, as black people, we can't think that just because we're black, we're allowed to be racist. And I know y'all probably like, what? And it's kind of crazy. We hate when other races are racist, especially white people that are racist. But yet, we do the same exact thing. Not me, like I said, I'm not a racist person at all. But since I'm black, I'm saying we, as in general. And you're probably, yo, what the heck are you talking about? Our main problem is that somehow we end up being hypocritical, and it makes no sense that we are doing stuff like that. Let me give you an example. We in the black neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, as black people. We see a white person move in. What is the first thing that you say? Oh no, it's a white person. I bet they trying to take it over. That's racist. You see what I'm saying? That's racist. But guess what? What if you went to a white neighborhood and they gave you an interesting look like, yo, who the heck is that? You would feel offended because you would feel like they're racist. But it's okay for you to feel that way about this person. But if somebody feels that way about you, you know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous. We have to stop doing that, man. If you don't want nobody to do that towards you, you doing it to them, it doesn't. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. I understand you want to be confident and be proud about your race. It's good. But guess what? If somebody else is proud about their race, it's considered racist. We're all different races. To me, this whole racist stuff is just pure evil. It makes no sense. But it's just like, let me give you an example, man. And this is really crazy. How this can get religious, this can get political, but it's almost like sad that all people care about is literally racism. They don't care about nothing else but the race. Like I said, be proud of who you are, but this is what the main thing people focus on. Now, guys, with a lot of stuff going on in the world, you know what I'm saying, it's crazy. With this whole presidency stuff, you guys are just all over the media, just like, oh, the media. Back in the days, everybody used to be like, man, you can't trust the media. The media is this, the media is that. You got to think for yourself. Now, everybody is literally listening to everything the media has to say and going with it. Let me give you an example. This is how our people have to stop thinking like this. What I believe, Trayvon Martin, Freddie Gray, what's his name, Michael Brown, some other people, right? Now you be like, oh, guess what? He got shot. Under what presidency? Was it Trump? Oh, no, it wasn't Trump's. It was Obama's presidency. Now, did the people blame the president for Trayvon Martin and Freddie Gray and them getting shot or killed? No. Who do they blame? The courts and the police. Look at what happened now with George Floyd and stuff like that. Who are they blaming? They're blaming the president. Why? Because he's a white man. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with this? It makes no sense. Because Obama was black. It wasn't him. Oh my God! Don't even look at the president. Look at the police. Look at the justice system, which it should be the person who actually did the act. Nowadays, every black person that gets killed, oh my gosh, it's all Trump's fault. And people are literally running with that like it's literally his fault. And it's kind of crazy because you see it all the time. Nowadays, people believe every single thing the media is saying. No matter how crazy it is, people still believe it. And it's kind of sad. Think about this for a second. With this whole Capitol stuff that happened in the building, the media has got us, well, a lot of people thinking that if you're a Trump supporter, you're immediately racist. And if you're black and you're a Trump supporter, you're a coon and you're a sellout. And you're somebody that, basically like somebody that's ignorant, basically saying like somebody that hates their people, like their own people. That's literally how they're putting it out there. So guess what? This stuff that happened at the Capitol. What if it was Black Lives Matter after that George Floyd situation? What if it was black people, even though it wasn't just white people that did it during this time? It was black people. What if it was just black people that went into the Capitol and did that type of stuff? And what if it was a black lady that got shot and killed? And instead of the media this time saying, Trump supporter lady gets shot, you guys are like, oh my gosh, she's so stupid. That's her fault for supporting them and stuff like that. But guess what if she was black? You know what the article would have read? White man shoots black woman standing up for herself and for, you know what I'm saying? And people, y'all would have ate that junk up. Oh my gosh, they trying to kill our people. Man, we support that. Oh, let's go march. This injustice. It's crazy. I understand. Like I told y'all, I understand being with our own people. I understand like being proud of who you are, and that's how you're supposed to feel. But it's so crazy how people are so quick to point the finger and jump when there's other people. It's different. But when it's us, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's okay. It doesn't matter. You know dang well if that was the title, white man shoots black woman at the Capitol, you guys would have just ate it up and just went nuts. And that's exactly what they want us to do. Think about the riots after this stuff happened. People are literally burning their own cities. They were burning their own cities, bro. Why are you doing that? That's where you live it. What is that going to solve? That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. What is that going to solve? Now, at the Capitol, it was wrong both ways, no matter what race it is. You're not supposed to do that. If people are upset, okay, you're upset. We get that. But I guarantee you, if it was a different race, people wouldn't be calling the lady stupid. They probably would have been marching down the street still right now saying how injustice that was. And what's crazy about the whole George Floyd situation, they was like, oh yeah, you know, it's all Trump's fault, man. It's his fault. He did it, man. But like I said, do you not realize there was more black shootings during the Obama presidency, but not once did anybody blame the president? Why now that it's a white man being president, they're blaming the president? You see what I'm saying? Before, when they used to talk about Obama, oh, they just talking about him because he's black. You know how the media is. They don't want to see a black man succeed. Because for some reason, guys, we have to get out of this mindset that just because somebody's black, that means they cannot do any wrong. Anybody can do anything wrong. Think about this for a second. I'm just saying, just really think about that. Just imagine if you see what's going on. Anything that happens, and it's funny, like, people make jokes about it all the time that anything good that Trump does, they'll bash it. And I said that about the $2,000 check. I was like, watch, if he signs this check for $600, they're gonna be like, Trump didn't care about us. He only gave us $600. But in watch, when he didn't sign it and he exposed all that stuff about it, what did they say? Oh, he doesn't want to give us no money. But if he would have signed it, they'd have been like, he only want to give us $600. But guess what? He didn't come up with the bill. He was just the one that signed it. And people, I'm trying to tell y'all have to stop thinking about that like that. Imagine if Obama was like, guys, I'm gonna take care of all my black people. We would have been like, oh, let's go. You know what I'm saying? Empowerment. You know what I'm saying? But what if Trump came out and said, I'm gonna take care of my white people? You guys would have went nuts. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. You guys have to stop thinking like that, man. Because it's like, it's okay if we take pride in our race, but when somebody else takes pride in their race, it's racist. And I'm saying it's both. Like, that part of it is still wrong. Everybody is supposed to be taken care of. And that's the thing. That's the point I'm trying to get across, man. I don't want people to go out there and think that everything that you hear in the media is completely true, because it's not, man. It's so crazy how many people, for what they voted on, they didn't even listen to anything the other person had to say. And I believe that I told you, racism is a product of the enemy. Because fear and anger makes it easier for you to control. If you have fear and anger, that's literally how you can be invaded. That's literally how your whole mind, your whole body, your whole way of being can change. Just think about that for a second. People think, oh, just fear. You know what I'm saying? Oh, fear is easy to control. No, anger is another thing. And it is crazy. We have to stop thinking like that, man. We have to stop thinking like everybody's out to get us. People literally make money off of stuff like that. They know. Think about this for a second. You always talking about the people that's doing these campaigns. They know that all black people care about is somebody not being racist. I'm literally convinced that if a person was Democrat, it could be a black man. It don't matter what he did. It could be a black man who was considered a rapist and a white man who had no background in rapist, and being a rapist or nothing like that. And they label him as a racist. You would still vote for the black man just because he's black. All because that he said that the other person is a racist. But this is what y'all would say. Oh, he's a rapist? Well, did you rape any black people? You see what I'm saying? It's stupid bullcrap like that. People actually think like that. Man, instead of just like, you know what? Bro, maybe we should actually see what the heck this man got to say, what his views, what his points is, instead of pointing the finger. You know what I'm saying? That's how people think nowadays. Everything is in, you know what I'm saying? Like, people literally was like, you know what? If they're saying it, this have to be right. You know what I'm saying? We have to let's stand up against this bullcrap. You know what I'm saying? What bullcrap? They literally, like, people, what you don't realize, man, they know the enemy. I'm going to say the enemy knows your strengths and your weaknesses. They know black people weaknesses is racism. You can literally say whatever you want. As long as you're not racist, they'll vote for you. And that's just how it is. Because racism is fear and anger. Two things that is easily able to control anybody. Fear and anger. And it's just crazy. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. We have to stop thinking like that, man. We have to stop thinking like that. I'm telling you that it's so crazy how many people really think like that. They just follow it. That's what I'm saying. When Obama was president, all y'all was saying the media just coming at him because he's black. Coming at you because he's black. Oh, they don't want him to succeed. They don't want him to do nothing. Now that it's a white man, the same thing is happening. Except back then, it was more different. Everybody had to say so. Okay, this person ain't with him. This person with him. That person not with him. Everybody had a collective thing. This is the only presidency, the first time ever, that is all one way. Everybody just, the media, the TV shows, everything just all in one thing. And you guys are eating it up, bro. And guess what, man? To realize who the enemy is, I just told y'all. The person that spreads fear and anger is the enemy. Guess what happens when you turn on the news? All you see is fear and anger. Because the fear of the freaking virus, the anger of the racism they supposedly put out there. Because guess what? The news broadcasts all Trump supporters as racist people. So you think, oh my gosh, they're trying to do this, they're trying to do that. Think about this for a second. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think the inauguration is on the 20th. They're trying to impeach this man 8 days before the dang inauguration. Why? You see what I'm saying? If the person is a liar, if the person is not telling the truth, what should it matter? And it's funny that people are laughing that this man got censored. This dude is the president of the United States being censored, and people are laughing about that. what do you think they're gonna happen to you? You see what I'm saying? Like, people are enjoying this. Like, oh my God, bro, that's what you get, bro. But what if it was? What if he was a different race? You know what I'm saying? What if it was, well, as you say, one of our people? How would you feel about that? The dude is still. He's literally considered one of us, like, as a human being, because he's not even a politician. He's somebody that got rich and that just came in from the outside. He's the outsider coming in. He's not a politician. But it's funny, people say politics is corrupt, but you vote for the politician and not for the person that's like you and me. You see what I'm saying? And it's just one of those things where it's like, wow, we have to stop playing victim. We have to stop following what everybody else is saying and have a mind of your own, because that's the easiest way to get deceived. And I'm not saying this to hurt people. I told you, I'm not saying this to just be like, oh, well, you should go support Trump or whatever. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying you can clearly see who the enemy is in this whole situation. And people are so blind looking at it. You can. That's what I'm saying. It's so crazy because people are like, man, it's completely ridiculous, because you go ask somebody, they be like, oh man, F Trump, man, forget about him. I be like, I always ask people, I be like, how come you don't like him? What has he done to hurt you? They be like, man, I don't know, man, I just don't like him. I be like, why? Because we're programmed not to like him, because it's all you see when you turn on the news. You don't really think about what the heck is going on. And there was one thing I was telling somebody I worked with. I was telling one of the things I invested in, and I was like, it's going up because Joe Biden is supposed to be elected. Because I told him, I was like, he's trying to get rid of oil and he's trying to, go green with the electricity. And he was like, he's trying to get rid of the oil? Oh no, man, I don't know about that. And I'm like, bro, you voted for him, bro. How do you not know what's going on? Because people don't vote based off of what's actually going on. They vote off of race. And what's so crazy, people bashed Lil Wayne, Ice Cube, and 50 Cent because they went to go talk to him. If you think it's an injustice in this world, why are us as black people bashing our own people? If you think it's a problem, who else is he going to talk to? Is he going to go talk to somebody else that's white? No. He needs to go talk to somebody who's black, who's been in that problem. You think Ice Cube ain't been through nothing? The dude that said F the police went through all of that stuff with the whole Rodney King stuff, the Compton, joining gangs together. You think he hasn't been through injustice? You know what I'm saying? You honestly think he hasn't been through that? And that man who went through that literally said he didn't choose a side. All he did was go out there and send a message out to both. He said he sent a message out to both. The Trump campaign came back, and guess what? CNN, all the other people bashed him for, oh bro, he's a coon, he's this, why is he doing that? How else are you supposed to solve the problem, bro? I'm just being real with y'all. If you think the man is racist and you think there's an adjustment in the law, how else is a white man supposed to understand a black man's problem? By talking to a black man. It makes no sense. You see what I'm saying? People just so quick to just hop on the trend. They don't even realize what the heck is going on. And it's sad. And it's like, really, bro, what is wrong with you, man? They really bad. Ice Cube, do you realize, like, did you not watch the NWA movie? Do you realize the type of stuff that he's seen? Do you not realize what Lil Wayne brought New Orleans? You know what I'm saying? Do you not realize that type of stuff? Oh, they being paid off, bro. They selling out. Kanye, despite how you feel about them, but they're a part of your culture. They're black people trying to communicate, trying to talk to the white man who you think is the problem. And guess what? All them people, like, straight hood dudes, grew up in the inner city, you know what I'm saying? Like, straight people that was literally probably had worse lives than a lot of us. I think 50 Cent got shot, 15 times? You see what I'm saying? And y'all literally bash your own people, and that's what I'm saying, and that's another thing. When other black people become successful, what do y'all call them? Y'all call them, if you see a black man with a suit, y'all call them sellouts. You start bashing them. You talking about, oh, he ain't did nothing for us, he should be giving us that money. But most of them dudes, like, like Birdman, like Floyd Money Mayweather. Floyd is probably the most bad celebrity I've ever seen ever as a black man. Oh, Floyd, he shouldn't be doing what he need to do with his money. He need to be giving us some money. I guarantee if you got rich, you wouldn't give no money to nobody else. What is he doing? He's taking care of his family. He worked hard for that money, and you're asking for handouts. You see what I'm saying? I wouldn't, if I knew Floyd, if I was around Floyd, even though I know he boxes, but if somebody was successful in life, I wouldn't want a handout. I would want somebody to let me know what they did, to show me how they made their money. I wouldn't want nobody to give me their money. Now, your stimulus, all that stuff, cool, unemployment, whatever. But if somebody's rich, I wouldn't want no handout. Because I would want to be, as a man, I would want to make my own money. And I'm saying we have to stop bashing each other. We have to stop bashing other races. And we have to think for ourselves. Because if we don't think for ourselves, then we're not even ourselves. So that's all I really want to say on that part. Guys, just because we're black, we don't need to be handing anything. If we are as strong as we say we are, then we need to stop being around the loop and falling into this racism trap, bro. Because that's all people care about is race. And I just told you, if the other person was racist and the other person was a rapist, you would freaking go for the rapist because the person is just not racist. You know what I'm saying? People literally have ideas like that. They don't care about what you're trying to do. They don't care about none of that. As long as, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. People call, I told you, Ice Cube, not Birdman, Ice Cube, Lil Wayne, Kanye, and 50 Cent coons, right? Nobody ever called Kamala a coon. And I don't want nobody to call her that. But guess what? If y'all didn't know, and this is so crazy, when Kamala and Biden were going against each other, guess what? She called him out and told him, why did you say that you didn't want your kids to go to school with monkeys and gorillas? She said that. This is what Biden said back in the day. He said he didn't want his kids going to school with gorillas and monkeys. She called him out when there was a debate. And guess what she did? She joined the dude that said that. But yet the person that just wants to talk about the injustice was the coon. But she's the trailblazer. You see what I'm saying? People literally need to learn the difference. I support my people all day long. I want everybody to be successful, no matter what race you are. But people have to stop thinking that it's all because this person's black. It's all because of this person that. If a person is wrong, they're wrong. Not every person that's black is always right. Everybody is wrong. Nobody's perfect. That's what I'm saying. And SNL literally made a sketch about that with the Obama situation. They was like, well, with this, with that, you know what I'm saying? Well, you still, you know what I'm saying? You still voted for him? And they laughed about it, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like the black vote. No matter what bad stuff he did, it was never considered bad because he was black. And the whole crime bill put more black people in jail. You see what I'm saying? Than ever. And people, it's crazy because people blame Trump for the stuff at the border. But when he asked him in a debate who built the cages, he didn't want to freaking answer it. And that's just what people don't realize. People always just look at race. They don't care about nothing else. That's how you can be deceived. And that's another thing. I'm just leave it at that. I love all my people. I love everybody. And I just want people to start thinking outside the box. I don't want people to be consumed. I don't want people to really go in a circle. Because if you think that they really care about their race, they don't. You think if it's some global domination job, they can be like, oh yeah, we just care about the black people. No, it's going to be everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you think divide and conquer means? You know what I'm saying? They're dividing us, and you guys are playing right along with it. Stupid. Like, just completely stupid. We're playing right along with it. Oh yeah, they just don't care about black people. No. You're being divided so you can be controlled. You're falling right into it. We're eating this up. Everything that you see about somebody black, you guys are all just eating it right up. And it's crazy when you try to tell people this. They lash out at you. They're so angry because it's like, oh man, I don't like this dude. Like they're going Super Saiyan or something. Like they're so angry because the enemy has got them so good, bro. They got them wrapped around their finger. They get so mad when you try to explain stuff like this to them because they've been consumed. And this is the last thing, and I'm trying to give you all a Star Wars analogy. Everybody think they got it all figured out. Oh, this man is so bad. He's so wrong. He's doing all this stuff. Now, by the way, they're just throwing it out there. Even as people say they hate this man, Trump, a lot, guess what? It took Joe Biden to have the most votes in history to beat him. And guess what? People said he's so bad. In 4 years, there was not one war. When he got elected, people thought he was going to go to war with North Korea. What happened? He literally went to North Korea, the first president ever since that war to step foot on Korea's soil, shook his hand, and they was good. Made allies with Russia. People thought that was so bad. Was good. Made a peace treaty with Israel. Good. But if he was so bad, don't you think it would have been complete chaos? No. Guess what the chaos was? With the media. The media is presenting the chaos. There is no chaos. But people don't think for themselves. They just immediately just jump to something. People need to think for themselves, bro. Stop always going on the trend. Stop always because this is what my thing is. I'm gonna give you all a Star Wars analogy. If anybody knows Star Wars, especially Episode 3, y'all would know. Anakin, and this is how I'm gonna give it to y'all. Anakin, which is he represents all of us. He was the guy, innocent guy, innocent little boy who loves and cares. He didn't have his dad. He lost his mom. Losing his mom gave him anger. And he started having dreams about the girl he loved because, they were dating and stuff like that. And he had dreams of her basically dying in childbirth. And that created fear. You see, in that movie, there was a chancellor who was in their government, their parliament, whatever you want to call it, for years. It sounds familiar, don't it? Was in for years, right? He was in power for years on the good side, right? He was supposedly the nicest guy. They always saved him. They were there for him. They listened to him. He knew everybody's strengths and weaknesses. And even the highest of highs who thought they were the most faithful, like Yoda, Mace Windu, all the people in the temple, everybody there didn't realize that the man they was supporting, they was protecting, was the evilest mother freaker in the room. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. I don't want y'all to be deceived what's going on now, because I have a feeling that it's just some Star Wars stuff going on. Palpatine, mother freaking Palpatine. It's crazy. He even looks like Palpatine. You guys have to really, you can't be deceived. All I'm saying is keep your eyes open. I'm not saying, oh, that's what he is. I'm not trying to bash nobody. But just keep your eyes open. The dude that you thought was the villain may not be the villain. The good guy may be the villain. You see what I'm saying? You have to really pay attention. And I told you, we're all Anakin. You know what I'm saying? And think of ObiWan as a savior, as a God, as an angel, as a guardian angel. Palpatine never talked to Anakin with his love, which is his mind, his other half. And he never talked to him with Obi-Wan around. He waited till he was alone, separated from his love and his faith, to talk to him, to convince him, to put fear and anger in him. And that's what made him turn. Because before, he was with his faith, he was with his girl, he was with his mind. And it took the twisted individual to just completely change him in an instant. And it's crazy. Just think about it for a second. He was supposed to be the good guy. But guess what? He was a leader of the bad guy. And some of the bad guys came out and said, hey, shout out to Dooku. He said, look, I think there's somebody infiltrating. There's somebody in your thing. We can overthrow them. There's a problem. What did they do? They didn't listen. They was like, oh, this dude is trying to trick us. This is some evil dude. He just trying to, he just trying to trick us. But he was right. And what happened? When Palpatine, it was Palpatine, Dooku, and Anakin. Like I said, Anakin represents us. Dooku represents the people that's literally trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying? Palpatine knew that Dooku told Anakin about what's up. So what did he do? He told Anakin, you need to kill this man. Anakin said it himself that this is not right. This is not who I am. He listened to what the man said and just completely killed him. And you know why? Because his faith, ObiWan was somewhere unconscious. And Padme was nowhere to be found. This showing you how easily it is to manipulate you. And guess what? After he killed him, Obi-Wan was still unconscious. And he told, the evil man told Anakin to leave Obi-Wan behind. And guess what I told you? In this situation, Obi-Wan is his faith and it's his his well-being, his right side of mind. And he said, nope, his fate would be the same as ours. He was rocking with him. He stayed faithful. The evilness didn't consume him. He had a bad thought, but he wasn't fully gone. You see what I'm saying? Furthermore, later on, his fear kept coming towards him. His fear kept coming towards him. He kept having those dreams. And guess what? His lust for power and acceptance literally made him into somebody he wasn't supposed to be. He wasn't himself because the dude twisted his mind and he fell for it. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. It's so easy to be like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, well, that person, the bad guy. But it's really not that simple. You have to watch out for the person that everybody likes, not the person that everybody hates, or what they hate and what you like. And I'm just trying to tell y'all this by saying, we, even know how innocent we are, even know how lovable we are, anybody can be corrupted. Anybody can literally just be flipped over and turned from that instant. Even though you've been taught to do the right thing, you've been taught to do this, it's so easy to get manipulated. And even the highest of highs won't even see it coming. And that's what I'm trying to tell y'all, man. Don't be deceived. And just think about this for a second. In that movie, before they fought, his girl, when I told you his other half, his mind, said, you're going down a path that I can't go around. I can't go down. And what did he do? He killed her. Spoiler alert, he killed her. He took her out. He choked the mess out of her. And at that moment, he was completely turned. He was gone. And what did he end up doing? He ended up fighting basically his maker, his creator, his guardian angel, because he was completely evil. The man that you thought that was on the good side completely turned this nice person into somebody that they're not. And that's exactly what the freaking media is doing to all of us. And guess what? What happened when he fought him? What did Anakin do? He burned. He got burnt up. Because why? He went against what he was supposed to do. He went against his angel. He went against his well-being. He went against his beliefs because he wasn't himself no more. So he burned. And that's the moral of the story. I don't want my people to burn. I want y'all to think for yourselves, man. That's all I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm not telling y'all to just go out there and do this, go out there and do this. Just have it on your own. That's it. You don't have to believe nothing I say politically. You don't have to believe none of that. Think about it, I'm a black man. If y'all are probably stupid right now. But I'm letting you know you have to think for yourself. Stop always playing the victim. And do something. If you're always playing victim, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. If a white man is rich, they not worrying about us, bro. Because I guarantee you we're the number one customer. We the number one customer. Anything they sell, we buy. Because that's what we do. We want to feel good. We want to feel rich. We want to feel empowered. It's literally a whole book about this, whole video about that. And it's crazy that people like, oh my gosh. Oh yeah, you know what? They should go ahead and tax everybody that's rich. Yeah, let them pay more taxes. Why are you thinking? So somebody that worked their hard-earned money, you want them to be like, you know what? Pay more taxes. Yeah, don't tax us, tax them. What happens one day if you become successful? You're gonna be paying that same taxes. And guess what? Who do you work for? The people that has to pay those taxes. So that raise that you're trying to get, you're not gonna get it because they're getting those taxes. So my thought to y'all, like I said, don't get consumed. Don't just feed off of this racism foolishness, because it's literally turning you into somebody that you're not supposed to be. Don't be so quick to be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Ugh. Because it's not doing nothing but making things worse. It's so easy to be distracted by what's going on. I told you can easily find out who the enemy is by the person that's spreading fear and hate. It's obvious, man. So I don't say this to be like some weird person or whatever. I just want to let you know that, you know, I love my people. I love all people. And I'm not the person that just looks at race and stuff like that. You actually have to look at the person, man. Because if you follow ideals like that, you'll easily be consumed. You'll easily be distracted. You'll easily be deceived. And I think a lot of people are deceived, man. And they really need to just relax and chill and to enjoy life, man. People keep worrying about everybody else. Enjoy your life. I'm trying to tell y'all, it's so easy to make money nowadays, man. You see all these young millionaires on YouTube? Sorry, my eyes are kind of going crazy, man. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video off. But I just want to let y'all know I love y'all, man. I'm not trying to say nothing to hurt y'all. Dang, my eyes are burning. But I just want to let y'all know I appreciate y'all. And I told you I had to make this video because I couldn't sleep. I couldn't think. And trust me, guys. Black people, I love you. White people, I love you. Everybody, I love y'all. Especially, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter who you are. Everybody's beautiful, man. Cantonese girls, the Venezuelan girls, it don't matter, bro. We are all beautiful. But us as black people, you cannot think that you're only allowed to be proud of your race because if somebody else is proud of their race, it's considered racist. We're all people, and we're all in this world, man, and it shouldn't matter. Don't think that every white person is racist. Don't ever think that every Trump supporter is racist. Don't ever think that anybody that you see, they're just looking to tear you down. Because with that mindset, all you're doing is hurting yourself. And that's the main thing I'm trying to get out at y'all, that we have to stop thinking with our color and start thinking with our minds and start thinking with our hearts and our soul. Because if not, then you'll basically become the thing that you hate. And that's literally what the Black Panther plot was about. A lot of people have the Killmonger mindset that, oh yeah, we should be in control, we should be in the power and show them how it feels. But Black Panther was like, no, you're wrong. If we do that, we'll become the same thing that you hate. And it's not right. We should be the bigger people. We should be the bigger person. We should realize that, look, I understand that there's racism out there. I understand there's injustice. But we can't feed into the hate that they're trying to bring out. We have to better ourselves. We have to be better people. Woo! And that's what it's all about, man. I'm trying to tell y'all, if y'all want to make money, invest, bro. And I advise people that have kids, if your kids just graduated high school, I'll tell them to work. Don't let them pay any bills. Tell them to invest. And I guarantee you they'll have more in your bank account by the time they're 25 than you do. Trust me. I'm letting y'all know that now. For people that's black or anybody, if your kid just graduated high school, don't let them pay any bills for that whole year. Tell them to invest that money. And I guarantee you they'll make a lot of money. You know, we're taught to go to school, do this, and all that stuff. Yes, graduate high school. Please graduate high school. But when you first do that, you know what I'm saying, if you want to go to college, get your education. You know what I'm saying? But don't limit yourself. Don't think that you just have to wait till you're 60 to retire, because that's like the norm. Think outside the box. Invest your money, because if you invest, you'll be able to see it build up. You know what I'm saying? People always be like, "Oh, save your money, save your money." No, invest your money, because that's what it's about, man. And I feel a lot better. I can finally bring this video out. I probably missed a lot of stuff, man, but I just want to let y'all know, please, bro, please, 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 please. The same way you feel about yourself, the same way somebody else can feel about themselves. Not everything you hear is true. You know what I'm saying? And just be yourself, bro. Stop worrying about somebody else. Stop worrying about somebody's race, bro, because all that does is create anger. Just like how you won't want nobody to be racist, because you're being racist, you keeping it alive, man. Us black people are keeping more racism alive than the white man, as they say, because that's all they care about. That's all you focus on. And it's not even about that. You know what I'm saying? It should be about you taking care of yours. You taking care of. It should be about the values, the core values. It should be about the person. You see what I'm saying? And it's crazy because you would say that, oh, that's childish. Racism is not even childish. Nobody's more racism. It's taught. Think about it. They're teaching kids right now about MLK at 5 or 6 years old. And guess what that does? Creates more hate, because it's okay to learn about your history, but how they teach it, they show the videos, they show the lynchings, they show all of this negativity stuff, and it creates hate in our kids. And it's just one of those things that it's okay to learn history, but some stuff, it could have died a long time ago. You're teaching fear and you're teaching hate, and that's not the right thing to do. So I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go on that. Like I said, I love my people, I love my family, I love everybody. Just think for yourself. That's all I want, man. Y'all don't have to. Like I told you, just think for yourself. That's it. That's it. See you on the next one, bro. We're gonna still have fun. We're gonna still have our time. We're gonna still rage on Madden. But I just want to let y'all know that I'm out.